All right. I think we can actually get started already. There's enough people joined. So yeah, let me introduce the session. Thanks a lot for being here. This is to another session of our Refinery Academy. This time we're joined by Pierre Hello. He's an expert in everything Google and of course a Google coach. And he's going to be explaining a bit of how to make Google Search Console work for us. So how publishers can actually make the most of this tool. He'll be going through some slides and explaining things. Eventually, after the session, we will be opening the mix so that we can have a Q&A. Feel free to ask anything you want. And eventually, after the session, we will be sending out the video. So probably next week, expect an email from us with the video and of course the slides that are going to be used today. So without further ado, Pierre, the ground is yours.
So we are meeting, everyone's meeting today to dive into Google Search Console. I'm Pierre Hello, and I'm a digital marketer since 2017. I started by Google in 2018, and a big part of my job is to help publisher, companies, and organizations of all types to increase into success thanks to Google and the search engine. We are today going to talk about the Google Search Console, which is clearly linked with the search engine optimization, part of these big subjects, and we are dealing with it about three subjects: performances, indexing, and kind of global management, security, and netlinking, to help you managing your website, to help you make them grow up and understand how Google can deal with your website, how people can deal with your website, and how to make it easier and easier to rank, to make traffic, and to at the end to be able to reach the goal that you want to reach, like a subscription, like a spend time, etc., etc. As Miguel said it, you can leave some, you can give me some questions in the Q&A or in the chat box, and if you want to keep them for the end of the session, it will be a pleasure to answer them. First part of our plan will be the performance map, and how to understand what can Google present, the highest position possible for your website, and how can people interact with it. But first, let me explain with few words how does a search engine work. How does Google can know your content, can know your website, can know what he has to present, what he has not to present, and then indexing before to present it. The first part of search engine work is to explore the web, is to crawl pages and pages and pages to know what kind of content are available, what kind of knowledge is available, and to make the most exhaustive knowledge about what is available on the web. Second part of this task is to organize all this knowledge, is to be able to say this kind of content would be an informational with an informational request. So we're gonna put in this kind of index. Then this kind of subject is from another website and deals about some commercial insights. So we got, and this process is dealing with hundreds of billions of web pages, of websites, of languages, of technology, which is the main part and the main source of expenses for Google. The first part for us is to be able to say, hello Google, my website is there, my pages are there, my contents deals about this subject and this others. Please index me in that kind of repertory. Indexing is also about three important information now. The first index, which is the main index, is the place where all kind of content you can find are in the Google mind, clean content, helpful content, and pertinent, clever content. But there are also two other type of index. The most important is the mobile one. Since 2018, Google is not testing your website on a PC, on a desktop version, but in a mobile one. Means that all mobile characteristic of your website must be the clearest and the more efficient possible, to make him understand that you can answer to the request. You can make it easier, quicker, and and clever than somebody else could do. And the last one, the last index, is the secondary index, the one into the one into you don't want your content to fall in, because it's the according to Google, it's the index that he prefer not to go in and not to put those contents into the answer box or the SERPs that people are looking, because this content is it's too poor, it's too unliked by the Google bots, and there are not so many informations in it. To know it, again, you have to master your Search Console to understand where locked your content and how to make them go higher. Once you're back in the mobile index or in the main index, Google has a second part of the job to achieve. When the user search a keyword, all the content dealing with the subject are put in kind of competition, kind of a run, to know who's the best, who has the most the more abilities to answer to this user search. So ranking about a bit less than 2,000 kind of criteria, to know according to page speed insight, to page speed, to keywording, to backlinks, and to many others criteria, who's got the most luck to understand and to answer to the question. Then display search appearance. What can Google put in front of the eyes of your user to make him to influence him click on your website instead of another one. Both of these two other parts, you can manage it. Like ranking, if you want to increase and to pull on your ranking, we will see four kind of indicator you can use to understand what you need to improve, and then display all kind of technical improvement, or kind of tags you can fulfill or you can improve to try to get a better screen, a better place, a better placement for people to click on your website. One of the key information is also dealing about the algorithm who evolve 140 or 1,040, 1,400 or 1,600 a year, which means that between 6 and 8 times a day, the algorithm are evolving, are making small changes in their recipe to make it the darkest possible, to make it the most difficult to understand, and to keep the game the most natural possible. By the way, our job when we are publishing contents, when we are leading on the web, is to understand this algorithm, to be able to I forget the word, but to understand it before it happens, finally, to be able to understand what are the main directive that Google wants to fill and wants to reach with his Search Console, with his search engine, and to be able to say, okay, the times that are going we are making a big boost about content, or we are making a big boost about technology and techniques about our website, and to always get a forward hit to not to be set aside by the search engine. Last thing about this is sometimes a year, like 5 or 6 times a year, you can heard about a big core update, which is led again by Google. Quite often explained also by the SEO experts leading the updates, to explain what are the main and the newest actualities about the search engine, and how you got to move your website to follow these updates. But finally, if you want to get a hit forward, let's keep in mind that if you get information, if you think it's useful and helpful for people who want to read it, keep in mind that robots want to mimize, to be like a human behavior. So if you write something well done, something clearly understandable for people, Google bots will follow this idea and will allow you to reach a good position and to enlarge your pages to few keywords. I guess you recognize enough information and what you can get and what insight you can get in it. My screen is in French, so maybe you get another language in your language menu, but don't forget it's the same place, the same screens, the same kind of information, just the language changes. Here you get four main type of indicator: total of clicks, total of impression, like the global reach of your website, the CTR, the average CTR, click-through rate CTR, and then your average position. Each of this information can help you understand what's your position in the cell. Like if you get if you don't have enough clicks according to your mind, what's the reason? Is it because you don't cover too many enough keywords? You don't get that much reach. It means that if you don't get reach, you can get clicks anyhow. If you get a big reach but you don't get enough clicks, what's the meaning? What's the issue behind this? Is your average position high enough? Is your CTR high enough too? It helps you to understand what's the issue, and then to actionate the best insight to make it higher, to make it improve, and to deal with the Google bot. Main activities and main understandably here. If you want to improve your reach, you have to improve the number of pages of your website, because impression, coverage, and reach just means how many people saw or not. That's a small digression. Saw or not your result in the search engine page. Why did I say that so or not? Because when you're in maybe position 10 or position 8, Google count it like a reach, but even more on mobile device, people will click on another website before having seen you. So before to let you the chance or the luck to win the click, because of the average position. If you don't get if you get enough impression but you don't get enough click, maybe it's your lower position who explain this. And so to improve it, two kind of action. First one, improve your content, write more efficiently, write and deal with the PAA, the people also ask request, and insert it in your content. This can If we want to make averages, this can help you reach the first page mainly. If you already reach the first page and you want to go higher, to go from 7 and to go from maybe 10, 9, 8, 7 to the top 5, most of the times it will accord to two main factors: your website authority and the number of backlinks you can receive from outside, the number of websites and the number of time websites are talking about your site, your pages, etc. This will help you come in the top 5 and maybe come in the top 3 if possible. Then the CTR, when you're enough seen, when your people can make the choice of your website, but they don't do many criteria also to improve it. The first one will be the meta description, the meta description tag, I guess, which is the small result that people can see in gray just under the URL of your site. Two indicators of this one. We'll try to get it about 3, but nowadays we are, I guess, most of us using AI and AI overview. And since 2 years, this average CTR is decreasing slowly but surely decreasing, according to the fact that people can now get the response, get the answer of what they are looking for straight from the search engine result page. So it's a big fight now, and a tough task to keep it high and to keep it the most high possible, because ChatGPT, even Google are dealing to make answer available the quickest possible and the clearest possible. But about many kind of subjects, technical subjects, AI overview isn't enough clear to for people, so that the average CTR can stay high. But when you're looking for a special kind of information, people age, name of a famous painter, or kind of simple information, or information that can't be negative, AI overview will mainly decrease your CTR. What did I forget? I think I'm clear with this part. Then a bit lower, you will find all requests pages who are leading your digital performance on search engine result pages. Here my French request, but you can find your request with your website, and the pages who lead the most traffic and who drive the more traffic in your website. So what are your best pages, the most popular content you've created, and kind of opportunity you can develop over it. The discover part will be, and Google Actualities will be the same built structure with your performance on several days or months. Last update of Google Search Console was the release of this small feature, the last 40 hours, 24 hours, sorry, performance. So you can manage your website from the closest to the largest. The largest would be the largest. Here it comes. Who's the last 16 last months? So you can also compare your performance to know if you're going up from the last year, from the last period, if your writing skills, or if your way your producing ways are better than before. You can deal with it on the Search Console performance report. To make it clear to everyone, you just have to click on the feature to make the corpse appearance, and you can also find the information a bit lower in your tabs. Two main function two, you can add filters about request, pages, lens also, lens, lens, pace. I, I, I forget the word, but yeah, but lens. You can strictly filter to be able of precise understand of what you need. Like I want to deal with some pages. I want to know what pages are ranking about the grip using a French word, and then you will only have the 1,000 most popular pages, which get in their URL, in their address, the word that I just wrote there. And so there it comes. And you can see all the pages which deal about the subject, present with also a specific and particular graph about their performances. You can make about the page, about the country. Here it backs the page, the country, and the request. Up, I come back on the slide. But normally, yeah, it was the end of this this performance report. Is everything okay till here? Yeah, Miguel, it's okay for you?
Yes, there are no questions so far, so please continue.
Okay, let's go. About the second part, about indexing part of the Google Search Console, 3 or 4 main report. I said 3 because not every publisher use videos, so this part is often set aside of the publisher website. But you can see pages, sitemaps, and unindexed unindexing request also available. First one there. This part, it's gonna help you know how many of your pages are available to people who comes on your website thanks to Google or any other search engine. As you can see there, they are a bit, the green part is what people know and propose to users about your website, and the gray part is what Google know but did not propose to users because of many issues that are presented and unexplained there. There is no particular ratio about it. You can have a super performant website with a small part of read and indexed pages, and you can have a website which is about 99% of indexed pages and did not meet the success because all these pages are not SEO optimized, by example. It's really about what kind of content is interesting for the people and what kind of content has not his place on Google search engine result page. To make a choice in the green part, in the indexes pages for a publisher, most of all the news, all the actualities, all the content you create day by day must be there. If they are not, you have to understand why and to make it available thanks to Googlebot. Here you can see last expiration date to know if you get to refresh some content to know what's going on. Is the newest version available, clickable, or is the robot not yet passed on your website to understand that you had made a second version of the content. Here you have all the pages available on Google, and you can also fill the keywords that you are ranking on it. The second part is about pages who are not in the index. you can see them here, and you can also have the reason why, the kind of issue who's explaining that you're not available. I can explain some of them here. You have redirected pages, like if you maybe change some repertoire of your website, you maybe deleted some pages. The first step when you delete a page is it comes into a 404 issue. This is the worst kind of issue Google can encounter with your website, because to his mind, it's like there were an information, there is not any more information. It means that you wanted to keep it, and you wanted people to avoid this kind of information. It's like hiding something, and Google doesn't like this way of doing. But sometimes it's necessary because mind changes, information changes too, etc., etc. So the URL, the page address still existing, still available for the Googlebot, and you have to make a redirection to say, hey, Google, you discovered this page, it doesn't exist anymore, but I deal with the subjects on another kind of content. Please follow the technique, follow the redirection to understand what I'm talking about now. This kind of redirection is called 301 redirection, and make an automatic and permanent move from page A to page B for everyone who's trying to go on it. From people who are coming thanks to Google, from people who are coming thanks to other website links, by example. And all finally, you can't manage yourself because it can be outside of your website. And then, if you want to manage this kind of issues, you got to put the end in your content management system and refill or modify or improve the quality of your internal links to be sure that every pages redirect people on a available and clear new page, and this at each step of his navigation. But remember, this one is the worst. This one is less problematic, but this one has to be cleared quite quickly because again, because it's something long but not that tough to clean up. One of the other one, by example, double pages without canonical tag. Canonical tag is like is what you can maybe meet in singing. The canonical, I don't know the word in English, but the way that people are singing the same part, but with a few times of difference finally. This tag helps Google to understand what part of your content you need to explain several times. Like to deal about a subject, you create a long time ago content about it, then you refresh it, then you increase your content panel about this subject. But for Google, sometimes this the pages you write, or the way you write your news can be understood like a copycat, like we are saying the same information but on several pages. Without canonical tag, it's like making duplicate content, and also the most problematic error according to Google. When you have to do it, but it's not only copy paste, but you have to repeat some information, you have to write it on several pages because it's main information, or it's something that people can't pass on. You have to write it several times, and to use the canonical tag to say, hey Google, this part is available on different pages of our website. We are doing it and we know it, but it has to be like this. It's not a technical issue. We are not trying to cheat with your bots, but it has to be repeated on several times. So please do not punish us thanks to this, because it's normal and it's our way to do. The canonical tag helps you to do it. If you don't use it, Google understands your content as duplicated. And if you use it kind of bad way, like do not use canonical tag on two pages who are quite similar, he will say, now maybe you made a mistake. But anyhow, if you are if you are doing good if you are trying to cheat, this is how I deal with your website, with your web page. You ask me to make the page A leading. Page B will be not available on the search engine, but we will use the page B to ensure, to improve, and to make the page A stronger, to rank a bit more, and to be able to pass from the 3 to the 1, or for the 8 to the 5. Most of issues are explained there. If you go into the small information item, you will get some more information too, and understand the problem. But most of the time, you have to clean up in your website, technical back office, to be sure that Google requests are okay. Sometimes, when you clean the problem up, when you fix the issue, the validation, the correction can take some time. If you can wait, please wait, because the main advantage doing this, it will come. It will come. Maybe one day, maybe 2 days, maybe a week. But you have some kind of budget of tasks you can manually ask to Google, and this budget is not has an end. It's not endless, and so for that kind of big issues, you can use this small item, this called CTA. But when you know it's a technical issue, and Googlebot will pass quickly to understand and to clean his version up, the best thing to do is to wait, because sometimes there is issues that are bigger, that are stronger, and that are tougher to fix, and then you'll need the manually button and the manually help. So use it at like the last way to act. All you can do by your CMS by your hands, please do it first. Videos are the same process about indexing videos, what videos are available, which are not, and the reason why. Google is Google is going the hardest to valorize and to say, okay, this video is great. He's tougher and tougher because he still want to promote YouTube performances even more on the SERP. But sometimes get a video into your content can help Google to understand that what the user request has to be shown, has to be delivered with a video, with images, and not uniquely with a text. This can happen, and if you want to fix or to win the Google argument, you have to make your video the most important information of your web page, which means being the first information seen by the user, and get a text part which is quite smaller from the main information, so that the technical parts and your website has to be tagged correctly to make understand Google the video is the most important. You will do these things to structured data, and you also get a special tool according to Search Console to check that your structured data are well installed and are relevant also. Then the first part of this indexation report is the sitemap. Sitemap is the cartography of your website, and it helps Googlebot to index and to manage the different repertory of your website, different categories of information you're dealing with. First, of course, be sure that every of your website get a sitemap, but even more, please think about making some specific sitemap about the different repertory and department of the header of the menu or of the created content you get. The more the sitemap are clean, the easiest Google understand your website, and the farther he can, the deeper he can go into your website organization, your website hierarchy. And it will help him to find the lowest pages, the more detailed pages, and to help you for being present in long tail request. Is this long tail notion okay for everyone? The requests that are exposed on several keywords, making phrases, making questions, and very specific request. You can reach them by by some specific content, which are often located in the deepest part of your website, to help in exploring, indexing, and purposing to your users. Please make some specific sitemaps, and don't forget to add them here to declare it for the Googlebot to get it the most quickly possible. Last part of the indexing report is about how to unindex a web page thanks to the Google Search Console. Of course, you can do it thanks to your txt robot file, or thanks to a specific request on your website, like please no index tag, like the no index tag. But you can also make it happen like a temporary way, of about 6 months by example. Or if your pages which are tagged not to be indexed are discovered by Google, and you don't want to follow your rules, which can happen quite often too, you can ask for a temporary suppression of your address pages, which are quite simple. Ask for an URL delete. Do you want all this URL or uniquely a URL? And then you ask for next move, and then your page will be about, you have to wait about 6 hours to see your web page disappear about Google Search Index, and then you have to make the request again 6 months later to if you need. If you don't need, it will be automatically reindexed. And that's the most important about indexing. That's the most pages, by the way, is one of the most useful report of the Search Console tool, and also the longest part of work, because when you're a publisher, you get a few thousand of page, I guess, and errors can come quickly. The most quick you deal with them, the better your website health is, and the better Google can like and approve your website. Is it still okay? Is there any question for the moment? No, Tilly, it's okay.
Not so far.
Everything is clear. My accent and my words are okay.
Yeah, don't worry. I think so.
We'll see later. So, okay, thanks. Let's talk about the last part, our global management and with a security and netlinking. Two kinds of main against report about the health of your website. First one is this case, the HTTPS report. The only purpose of this page is to help you understand what kind of page are secured and what kind of page you need to secure the most quickly possible. Nowadays, and since maybe 5, 6, 7 years, uh, Google is punishing websites who are not secured with a decreasing of their position. So when he can find a field, a line of code, or a website, a total website who's not in HTTPS, he gonna say it to you. He gonna let you maybe a few hours to fix the problem, to fix the issue, and then he will downgrade your average position. Normally, and today, thanks to CMS works, thanks to internal maintenance, thanks to themes, thanks to templates you can use on your website, all should be okay and all should be in HTTPS. But sometimes on plugin you use, on some layout you can use, or some fields in your landing page, they can have some issues. You are straightly alerted. You receive a big flash mail to tell that this URL or this repertory is problematic. Please fix the issue. Just this one is just to survey once a month, or or when you receive a web mail, but nothing more to do on this screen. A second one, Core Web Vitals. This one helps you understand how Google bots reads your web pages technically, not about the semantic, not about the net linking you provide, but about your technical abilities to make a website clear, easy to charge, easy to load for a navigator, and quick to answer to the question of your user. This part is about two different index. The first one, the mobile one, and then the desktop one. For the web core vitals, the core web vitals, you can mainly fix your analysis about the mobile side. Why? Because the mobile criteria of search engine optimization is mainly based about core vitals, about responsiveness, about loading speed, because people are on the go, on the way, because mobile are often about for 5G, and even not more on Wi-Fi, who's the strongest connection, who helps your user's navigator to load your website. So fix your weights and fix your attention about the website, the mobile part and the mobile report, to make your website always closest to the Google directories, because because it can be quite tough when you don't follow the leads you want to improve. So this is the security and experience part. You also can get the net linking side thanks to this report. Like mine is Lien, but you can find it on links in your Search Console in English. It helps you to know a few information like internal links that you make between your pages inside your website, the number of internal link, the nature of them, the pages who are the most nourished, the most feed thanks to other pages, and the fluid mechanics into your website. This is called internal maillage or linking, internal linking. And the most important there is to be sure that the topic, the most important topic for your site web, for your website, are present into these pages. Your home page, your menu, or the department of your website that you want to be showed and that you want to be read in the most important categories. Then for the external linking, you have this part. From the external link, the first one is landing pages who are fed thanks to the eternal website. So when people on the web talks about you, which pages are they talking about? Your homepage, of course, but which kind of topic are they dealing with? And which kind of topic are interesting them? Then you will know who is talking about you, which kind of website, what's their nature, what their topic, and how they are talking about you. This is quite important information to manage too. Why? Because even Google bots are making a deep analysis about your digital reputation. Sometimes you can find some bad surprises, like you are maybe talking about food, about alimentation, about the biologic agriculture, and maybe another site who's completely at the opposite of your purpose, who's saying advices, contrary advices, and who's making a link to your website. This could break the trust that Google have in your website, just because somebody else is talking about you. Like you can make the straight comparison with how it is in real life. If I gave you a bad advice, you won't get a good reputation from my side. And so the next time I'll tell you about another subject, another topic, or about somebody else, you'll get a bad image about you won't follow my proposition, and you will still get a bad image of what I'm saying and of people I'm talking about. This is extremely the same. This is purely the same on Google. If a weak authorities website is talking about yourself, you're letting them decrease your authority, your Google website trust. But if sites like Wikipedia, like Meta with Facebook or Instagram, like your other publishers that Google trusts, finally, simply you receive links from these people, your reputation, the way Google trusts you will increase. But if it's the opposite, if you receive bad backlinks from strange or polemicus or weak content created website, you'll have to manage this, because again, if you let your reputation decrease, but you still have the end on to say, please Google, don't count this backlink, because I don't want it, because it's not the purpose of my story, of my website, and I don't want it to decrease my popularity and my authority. This you can make on manual tasks, actions. Just what we it's the vocabulary is to say, I want to disallow a link, like to say simply to Google, this one doesn't interest me, please forget it, please delete it. This part what yeah, a big part of this work is already done by the by the Google Dot. But yeah, if you're reactive on this point, he will trust you more. He will know that you're reactive. You are 24 hours a day connected on your website, and you can answer to every kind of user he will bring to you. It's the real kind of message I want to spend and to spread thanks to this part. If you are reactive, Google will understand it and will valorize it, because he knew that if you're reactive on Google Search Console, it means that you are reactive on your website. It means that if it brings you people with requests uh, with commercial, informational, or transactional requests, you will be reactive enough, by the way, to answer to them and to deal with those people. Like a waiter in a restaurant, if you have to wait 10 minutes for to be served, it's not the same that if you have to wait 1 hour. And the most reactive it is, the most reactive Google likes your website and your way to manage it. Pop, pop, pop. I think we are done about this part, and I will stop there to get a few questions, if it's okay for everyone.
Yeah, fantastic. We do actually got a question here from Jeffrey, and he's asking, how do you know that a website is decreasing your ranking? So probably linked to the bad clicking.
Uh, how do you know, sorry, if your website is increasing?
If a website that's actually linking to yours is decreasing your ranking.
Okay, I can see the question now. Thank you. First step is to get an eye on this average position. If 1 year ago you were on 5 and now you're at 7, it means that your average position decreased, but it's kind of imperfect indicator. Why? Because when you're increasing your created content on your website, you are, by the way, increasing the impression you are making and increasing the number of keywords you're covering. But when you talk about, by example, you talk about football, you are the sport media, you talk about football, and you're dealing about actualities, about facts, about matches. But in some articles you made, in some contents you made, you talk about football rules that were invented 20 years ago. You will rank on these subjects, but you can be sure that many other websites talked about these subjects more, especially. So, by the way, your position on the word football still the same, but your position is on the keywords which is dealing with the rule that I just talked about. You're not the most relevant. So you have one new keyword position 25, but it doesn't interest you because you're on, if it interests you, you can make a specific content about it. Here is the long tail request that I talked about. You're not dealing it spatially, but Google can propose your content about these keywords, and so he will put you on, but on a lower position. So so you have to deal with it, but make it specifically. Try to select, maybe, yeah, it depends of your website size, but try to fix about between 3 and 5% of your website content. Fix and follow specifically their position to know if you're really decreasing your ranking. If you're increasing about 20 new keywords a month, but you're just lowering about 0.5 position, you have to ask yourself, I made 20 content. Am I still on 20 keywords, or am I increasing in 50 keywords because I talked about small points, about details, about colorated linked information. Google put me on it, but I'm not dealing with the subject, so my position can't be good. Am I clear enough on this way? Maybe not. If you have to be up. You have to be specific to follow your only position about keywords that are important to your eyes, important to your business, and important to your customers. Maybe I get something clearest here. I deal with a chocolate web store by example. Oh, sorry. I deal with a chocolate web store who is ranking about chocolate mousse, like mousse au chocolat. He sells chocolates in tabs, so you can buy. He also got books about recipes, but he doesn't deal with mousse au chocolat. Google puts him on mousse au chocolat, but just he doesn't really care, because okay, it's cool, it's fine, it helps his reputation, but no more, because he doesn't sell it. So when he wants to calculate his average position, he makes sure that his position on mousse au chocolat doesn't count and doesn't decrease his average ranking on keywords that are really relevant for him. Maybe it's clearer like this for Jeffrey.
Okay, yeah. I do have a question. I think Jeffrey was referring to sites linking to your website, meaning if they impact you negatively, if they have a bad reputation.
Oh,
So I think that his question is more about how do you know if that website is actually affecting you in a negative way?
okay. How would we know? Netlinking is about three kind of indicator: the citation flow, the the trust flow, and the thematical trust flow. The first one is about how many people talks about your website. Is your website popular? Is your website famous? Is your website known because of its quality? This is the first part. The second part is people who knows your website, people who know your website, are they trustable? Are they themselves expert of their topic, expert of their subjects, and does Google trust them? Are they relevant and fiable? If they are not, if Google don't trust them, so your if people you don't trust talks about somebody else, whatever the way, you get a bad a bad representation about this person. So and the reverse is also right. If you're idling someone who's talking about somebody else, most of the time you will get a good representation of this third person. So this is the trust flow. How trusted by Google are people who talk about you, and are websites who talk about you. And the last part is thematical trust flow. Are people who talk about you close from your activity? Are they relevant to say that you're good in your work? Are there how precisely can they deal with your professional abilities? By example, my friend who's selling chocolates, he has no abilities, according to Google, to say if I'm a good SEO professor, because his job is talking about chocolates, not digital. Is this part maybe more understandably? Is this part okay? And then, so if you receive backlinks from people who are from lots of people who are trusted by Google and who deals with your subjects, who are close to your topics, it will help Google to say you're connected with people who know what they are talking about and who promote yourself, who promote your website as a leader, as yeah, an opinion builder. If reverse people are who don't know what they are talking about, who just make links from nowhere, this could decrease your popularity because this would strange yeah, non-naturally this would sound yeah, this would sound too strange for Google to be trust and to be honest. That's why he would say this is not natural backlinks, and by the way, I decrease your position. Is maybe this way more easy to understand?
Yeah, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
is it clear?
We have one last question, and I think it's regarding the CTR, sorry. They're asking, what would be a good CTR now that you mentioned the AI is impacting negatively there?
Yes. Um, for reminder, you can follow your CTR here. A good CTR by any kind of other perception, if you are under 3%, you have to improve how Google can make your website appear. You have to move the description meta tag. You have maybe to improve your structured data tag to yeah, to help Google show more information from your website. Under 3%, move this. Between 3 and 5%, you can capitalize on it because it's way good CTR. And if you're upper from 5%, it can, by a vision, be too good to stay like this. Like if you're upper than 5%, it can mean that your website is not reaching enough type of request. You're too relevant for your subjects, but you kind of miss some opportunities because it's possible that on few other keywords, on few other requests, you also could answer to the question and win some clicks, but your content is maybe too specified and yeah, too specified. You're hitting the heart of your target, but you're missing the external part that you can also that you could also help. So it's also an average, so you have to deal it with special points, but too bad. Under 3% is too bad. You have to improve because you're missing a lot of opportunities because people don't want to click on your website. And above upper to 5%, you're too specific and you need to improve your acquisition process and to develop other pages to go on other keywords to get a better reach. Last point about this subject. When you're counting about your CTR, average CTR, please avoid to how to say do not count your website or your brand request in this average, because when I'm looking for the name of your company, it means that I want to reach it. I want to go on your website. I want to know about your news or your content. So this CTR is most of the time about 15, maybe 20%, but it's normal. People want to meet you, and it's your brand power finally. Here, please make the difference with your keywording strategy and to requests that are not talking about you, but that are talking about the subjects you deal with. Is this clear?
I believe so. We have no further questions, so we can call it a day. I want to thank you, Pierre, for all your time. Thank you, everybody that's behind the screen for attending. We will be having more sessions in the future, so please feel free to send your requests. We will set up new sessions probably in a couple of months' time. So yeah, just send your requests and we will do them. Thanks again, everybody, and have a nice day.
Thanks. See you.
Bye bye.